What brought you to town?
This part I really like. He brings his left arm down to prevent an underhook, and he pulls up and drops his left hip. Again, Mitch and Bill are rolling. Bill goes for this Kimura lock. Now, here's why I paused it, is his left leg is too high. Here, Mitch and Mitch are rolling, and Mitch T is working on a Kimura attack, but what I really like most is how he creates this brown-haired fart bubble, and then he finishes the Kimura. I'm working the old school sweep with Bill, and right when I paused it, I'm grabbing his ankle with my left hand. You can't see it, but I've got a hold of his ankle. And this creates vulnerability over his left hip, and I just drive into him. Here's just another great example of why I love our team so much. Really nice technique by Bill here. He does a nice sit out, throws me by. Timing's a little bit off. He should have came up to here. Colton is trying to prevent the double underpass. He reaches his left arm under right there, which actually helps the guy on top pass because he's pulling him through. Here I'm defending the double underpass. I'm going to use it for a sweep. Unfortunately, I end up getting caught right here, and I couldn't get my leg out. But it prevented the pass, and ended up coming to a neutral position. Just a clip of guard pass prevention and guard recovery. I've slowed it down a little bit. Bill and I aren't really that slow. I'm working on some rubber guard, and I'm going for that omoplata. And I'll show you my mistake is when Bill postures up and I don't bend his arm back down. It allows him to keep it straight. And now he's going to slip his way out. Now here I want to show him, got my left arm underneath his chin. This prevents Bill from being able to put his head below his hips, which makes it very difficult to pass, to get over my legs. Here Bill goes to step over pass, and you see my left arm. I'm actually going to push Bill's right leg further away than he wants to go, which allows me to spin up, eventually get the single leg. Here it is again, doing a little slower. You can see me pushing with my left arm to make Bill step further away than where he wanted to. Here I go for the arm bar and triangle setup. Put my left hook in there just in case Bill sits up and get the triangle. He does a really good job of defending the arm bar. It's just guard recovery movement I do. Push myself far away and then roll in and bring my left leg in as tight as possible. And then eventually go back to guard. Working some rubber guard, and you see me go back between the omoplata, triangle, and arm bar. All kind of movement. Look for the omoplata there. Now I go for that arm bar. Can't get it. Look for the triangle. Can't get it. Mitch does a great job of defending. Go and look for that triangle, arm bar, back and forth. And Mitch eventually throws my legs by. Here's another reason to love Mitch. Here what I just wanted to point out is Mitch is trying to get this choke in. He's got me on the side that I want to be on to defend it. He should be over on his right hip if that's the arm that's doing the choking. And you'll see a second here. I'll start my escape by moving my left shoulder far away from Mitch as I can get it. Prevention here. Nice pass prevention. What I want to talk about here is Gavin should be bringing his right knee up to Craig's hip to prevent him from pulling guard again. So I go for this knee slide pass. Mitch is going to grab a hold of my right leg. A couple of options are I step back, look for the knee bar, or a different pass. That's not working because Mitch goes to his knees. I'm going to set up a triangle here. See, I grab my right leg with my left. That allows me to control as I sit back for that triangle. This is why being able to create some flexibility in your neck works so well. Mitch is defending that knee bar, leaves the toe hold exposed. Here I want to point out is reversal, Nicky pushes Craig's arm over the other side and then bumps him really hard. Makes a good reversal. Here's a nice leg drag from Nicky. Here's Nicky doing the step back and looking for that knee bar. Craig does a good job preventing and comes up to the top. It's a great sweep from Josh, but I want to point out his right leg. By removing it, it allows his opponent to have freedom with his right leg, which could set up a triangle right here. On this triangle setup, I want to point out when I go for the vice grip right there with my right arm, so I'm underhooking his left. It makes the triangle hard to defend.
Hey Cam, don't look now. There's people behind.
I just want to point out the most important thing from finishing a triangle: head control. Head control, head control. Here again, the left arm under the chin makes passing the guard really hard. Very difficult to get his hips above his head. Similar sweep to the one Josh did, but here I keep my right leg hooked on his to prevent the triangle. Here you can see me using my hook of my left, so that way when I step back with my right, he can't chase me. And here I'm just showing how I bring my right leg up right there to prevent him from bringing his knees in and pulling guard. I love the step back to avoid the obstacles. And those who were in my class last week will recognize this technique, to take the back. Here Augustin goes for a Peruvian, but he doesn't step over my shoulder and he falls more towards my head. Easy for me to pop out. So here I'm explaining how I step over that arm, it pulls everything in tight, then I fall back to the side and get it. Now I'm showing some options that I also have when I can move in for the anaconda. I can also go for a triangle setup by stepping. Here I'm going for a really nice step over pass run pin in, and there's that dog. I didn't even notice the dog during the roll. Here Josh goes for the Peruvian also, but similar mistake. He doesn't step over the shoulder. Gavin's able to escape. This is a variation on the old school sweep, but I actually don't pull half guard. I just grip both shins. Here's another missed opportunity on the Peruvian. Here's the Lunduke, and I felt really bad because I forgot that Craig had a bad ankle. As it starts to slide up right there, I felt bad. Here I'm showing an escape from side control where I'm using my hooks. This is why it's important to work those exercises with your legs to make your legs very dexterous. Feats of strength and technique here by Josh.
Nice job.
What's funny here is I had told Jeremy to go for the toe hold. Didn't end out right. X-guard sweep here by Jeremy. Here's a nice leg lace sweep by Josh.
Daddy's gonna hit the bag, okay? Okay? Right here.
This is one of my favorite triangles to catch because it's such a surprise for the person getting caught in it. Josh wasn't surprised. Excellent base here by Josh. He's so hard to sweep. Really nice anaconda set up here and finished by Josh. This I just thought was a fun looking scramble, I guess.